Roger that.
Alex, I need sound.
Alright, this is a sound test. We're making sure the audio is getting put into the stream. It's 5:49:43 right now. And that is my mic test. You need anything else, Cerebius?
One more time, please.
Alright, this is an audio test to make sure the microphone is working. This is audio test number 2 in a very short amount of time. Time is 55002. And again, we're testing to make sure we have audio for this stream. Can you hear this or not, Cerebius?
I'm hearing it nasty echo.
There shouldn't be an echo.
Working on it.
No. Yeah, that's good. Don't do anything. You're just supposed to be set as an observer.
I just got to do a little more testing.
Yep, no problem. And so, Bullets, make sure you tell us when you got it when you start to get sound.
I know.
Okay.
All right, sound test, please.
All right, sound test number 4, I believe. The time is 055159. We're going to go live here pretty soon, next in 8 minutes, I think.
Yeah, we're getting.
Is asking questions.
One sec. covering all of this quite
Special
well. Thank you very
one-shot
much,
kill
Billy Bob.
capability.
And here we
Super
go.
scope
Can
so you
anybody
can
hear me?
find all your
We picked up a
enemies
major
and
echo.
Fox have traction issues?
All right, can you hear me now? This is a microphone check.
Come to Billy Bob.
Major echo right now.
In stock right
All
now.
right, does this help if I back up a little bit?
No, this isn't you.
These
Oh, it's
bad
not me
boys
echoing.
are
Okay, it's
smooth
one of
as
the
baby
programs.
rubber, guaranteed to apply the
Alrighty.
maximum amount of rubber to the road, mud, snow, grass, whatever. You will spin the wind.
Test. Again, this is the emergency audio test. Do we have audio? Are we still echoing? Are we still echoing? Am I too close? Or is this better? We don't know.
Woo, doggy, Billy Bob surplus tank.
Again, checking.
tired
Are
of
we
not
still
penetrating?
echoing? Am I
Tried
still
all your
good?
shots
Do I need to
bouncing.
talk some more?
Billy
I seem to be
Bob's
doing a lot of these
cameraman,
mic tests where I just
32,000
keep on talking and
When
talking.
can all your shots count to nobody but you?
Are we good?
Allow 6-2, no weeks for delivery. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob surplus tanks. We got all the things you need so you can quit losing. You tired of being turned into a rubble of heap? Come on down to Billy Bob's.
Are
We
you
got
using
more
banana
armor.
and is it
You
picking
like
up close?
armor? We like guns. We'll sell them both. Bolt-on accessories included. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob surplus things. Want to live the American dream? Have the power of the M1A2 at your fingertips? Is Wolfie just too much to deal with? Come to Billy Bob's. We just acquired a gaggle of the all-new M1B4. These new premium American tanks are fresh from our warehouses. Drive the power, intimidate your friends. Be the man or woman as appropriate. This is all yours for one. All yours for one low price of $19.9.
All right, do you want me to do this again?
But wait, there's more. Including this deal is a complete list of all the parts you will need. Still not enough? I will include at no additional charge a complete list of the tools you will need to assemble it. Log in now. Purchase yours today. All parts, tools, and labor must be supplied by you. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. Did you hear what them fellas over at Gordon's Army are doing? They giving away lots of stuff. Mark 666. Man, they making it hard to keep up. Y'all just gotta go to Rafflecopter, sign up, wait till the end of the stream. I like fishing in streams. But anyways, they'll let y'all know if you wins at the end. My darling Wolfie says I better not compete with them. So good luck. Woo, doggy, Billy
All right,
Bob.
mic
Don't
test.
like
I
that
hope this
Starship?
works.
Give us a call. We'll send you
We're
a
also gonna
brand
need it
new
back to the
crew,
screen. We don't have it
complete
up
with
here.
Vulcan gunner.
All right, you can hear me?
Set
No
phases
echo?
to sun, arm all photon torpedoes. Oh wait, we can't send that thing into orbit, but we can sell you some labors. Billy Bob's, we get things done. Vulcan's not
Okay,
included.
there we go. Are we still good?
Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here.
Sound
You like
check.
to sell
Sound
your
test,
test?
here we go.
So do I. You tired of always running out of
Okay.
ammo? Me too. Well, I gone and done it again. The Striker missile boat piggyback. You tow it behind you. When you need more ammo, get out and reload. Then the Striker missile boat piggyback. It carries all those little extras you need and want. It carries the load till you explode. Trailer will explode when hit. So will you. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob's here. Tired of all that ice making your tank slip and slide around? You need Billy Bob's anti-slip and grip pellets. Just one bag of this, you'll get all the grip you've ever needed. Climb anything, climb anywhere. Never slide back, just tank forward. Billy Bob's, we get you there. Anti-slip and grip pellets only available on Neptune.
Eastern side of the map, I believe, and they came right down here and just kind of sat there while it's guerrillas. There we go. They sent one of their scouts this way, while all of their starships went in there. Now, I think if there had been a strong push from Hammer Legion around the 9 line, they could have come right down that road and come and right back door into guerrillas.
I think that Hammer Legion doing that would have worked. I also think if Hammer Legion just would have pushed early, they
They
would have
would have
done better, because Guerrillas was definitely out of place. By
Right.
the time Hammer Legion was engaging Guerrillas was all put together as one cohesive unit.
And I think that's going to become a meta soon. Is you're going to have all of your tanks group up and just push one way.
It is a strong way to go, because you could have one tank pull off and flank. You could have one tank go around. There's a lot of things that can happen there if, as a group, you're pushing forward.
Right.
You got focus fire capabilities,
Mm-hmm.
which can quickly eliminate it. You can protect weak tanks by moving them to the
Right.
back instead of keeping them in the front. There's a lot you can do. But so far, we're seeing the teams try to play a little spread out.
Right.
Maybe they're trying to cover too much map. I don't know.
Well, the advantages you gain by covering more of the map are you gain view range, map control, and if you see one of your enemies, you know where all of them are at, and you can just use that area of the map to mobilize and move through. You have much more freedom of movement, where the other team just pushing in doesn't have that advantage. They're much slower because all of their tanks are put together in one conglomerate. And if your tanks are all together in one conglomerate, they can get sniped by tank destroyers as they're scouted out. They can get outflanked and surrounded. So it's very iffy.
Yeah, very, very iffy on that. And
It's hard to choose between the two.
it really is. There are advantages to every strategy.
There are, and there are also weaknesses. Again, if you put all your tanks together, you could get sniped. But if you spread all of them out, you
can be picked apart. you know?
Exactly.
So it depends on how you play as a unit.
It does.
It depends on how your caller works. Both strategies have merit. Both strategies can do well. And so it can go either way. And it looks like we've loaded in. And we're just waiting for the 30-second countdown.
There it is. We got 19 seconds left. And again, it looks like the teams have spawned with mostly starships, XM800T as their scouts, and they got a BMD-1 here as well, I believe. I cannot see the team names. It looks like it has bugged out just a little bit. And I'm wondering if we're going to see more of the same from the last match. We might see a strong city push, or we might see a scout push, which I think is the most critical. I personally think that having your scout, seeing the team, and finding the opposing team as quickly as possible is the most critical thing to do. Seeing as if you know where your opponent is, you can do a lot more than if you don't know. You can't really move as effectively. And here we have Hammer Legion moving in. They're going to go around the back, it looks like. We have one of their XM800Ts blitzing down the 2 line while the rest of the team goes around the back to engage. And we also have Guerrillas there pushing in. It looks like they're going for a little more of backstreet battle again. They're pushing all of their tanks out along the J and I line. And they're trying to see what they can do. It looks like it's going to be a big push. We might have a ring around the Rosies battle here. And it looks like a drunk has disconnected from the match. He is not in. And it doesn't look like either team is complaining about it. So we'll see where this goes. They might just play without a tank. But even though he's not there, he still can spot. So if they go across and see a drunk and he sees them, then the opposing team will know where they're at, even though he is not technically in the match.
Yeah, so it looks like we've got Hammer Legion staying together. Interesting, they got a couple of scouts covering their rear, which I think is smart. And then they're moving together as a force to engage. Interestingly enough, that's kind of what we just talked about a team doing. So they can't be doing it because we got the 5-minute delay. They're not seeing it until probably about the time we're talking about this.
But until the end of the last match. The last match is still playing right now. But I think that means that, 1, we're getting better at calling matches. Huzzah!
Yeah!
And 2, hopefully not as many campers this round. Nothing against campers, but it's not exciting to watch.
No, it's not exciting to watch. And while we're kind of waiting for some action, there is a little bit of action from the Hellhound Brigade.
That's right. The Hellhound Brigade will be holding a big air competition.
Big air for tanks?
They're jumping tanks.
They're jumping tanks. And when are they going to be jumping tanks?
It will be tomorrow, 5 p.m. EDT on the NA server. All competitors are welcome. Custom match lobby will be set up to 15 minutes prior to the event start time. It'll be titled Hellhound Brigade Big Air and will be conducted on the High Wall map. Competitors are encouraged to join us or join them in Discord. I'm
And there's a link to Discord in
Yeah,
the
there's a
announcement that we
link.
can't pronounce. So it looks like we still don't have any engagement here on the battle.
No, but both teams are pushing up a lot more decisively than they used to be.
No, but that little tank right there might want to consider getting into the big air competition. He almost did it going up that hill.
He might. Wrong map, but right tank.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, it will be locked at Tier 4, which does include premiums. So if you have a Zolo and want to jump it off of a cliff, now's your time.
That could be fun.
It could be very fun. Viking longboat gone airborne.
Yes. And what are they saying that they're going to rate people on?
They're going to rate people on time they're in the air,
Okay.
how far they go, and how little damage they can take.
Is it how little or how much? I mean, are they
Little.
going for big numbers or little numbers?
You
Are we
want to
talking-
take as the least amount of damage possible. But here we have No Pants going up. Great name, by the way. Going up and scouting on the Mountaineer. He's going to be spotting those starships relatively soon. And it looks like all of Guerrilla's Lab 300s are pulling back in a very uniform line there. That looks gorgeous. I'm
Yes,
going to
it
say that
does.
right now.
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
they ruined it. Oh, well.
They were trying.
They did well.
They did.
But I think that XM800T from Hammer Legion is a little out of place. And the Hammer Legion has also lost one of their starships while we were talking about jumping tanks.
Yeah, they did. They did lose one of their starships while they were jumping tanks. Apparently, he jumped right into a bullet.
Well, he disconnected.
That can do it to you.
Oh, yeah. But here it looks like we have all the tank destroyers. Everybody from Hammer Legion is
Interestingly enough, they have
conglomerate.
completely switched sides. They are now a full 180 from where they started.
Yeah, I've done that in random matches before. It's very interesting because you're looking for the enemy and you never find them. And if you never find the enemy, you can't really shoot them, and the enemy can't really shoot you because you can never find each other. And that gives it an interesting place for the ring around the rosies around the mountain. But it looks like Guerrillas here is going to get a huge surround on Hammer Legion. The question is, can they cinch it right? If they don't clinch that properly, they will be annihilated.
Yeah.
You have to have fire coming in from all directions at the same time. If you don't time it right, you will get eliminated very, very quickly.
Because focus fire will come into play and you're done.
Right.
So, yeah, if you want to take the outside position, you can, but you've got to be able to come in all at once and attack all at once and get them at all sides. The advantage is you get the backside of your opponent's tanks. The disadvantage is your opponent has an opportunity to focus fire what they're looking at.
Right,
And it
and
looks
here
like
we
this
have no
BMD-1 is
pants.
about to go.
But-
There he
there
goes.
he
Yeah, that
goes.
last 300 just totally
Two-time.
cleaned him out.
And it looks like we have the engagement starting in the city with Guerrillas pushing in. They've got the two starships surrounded now. If they push in and obliterate them right off the bat, that will be huge. And here we go with Nervous Pumpkin here pushing in. It looks like he's trying to save his starship by coming around the enemy starship. And he might get the kill. He may not. Oh, and it looks like the Wellinator XM800T destroyed Bowtie Humpy in the starship. And it looks like Nervous Pumpkin is pushing in. There goes a Lab 300. Big Z was destroyed by an XM. Everybody's dying.
Everybody's dying. They're going down fast.
There's only two more of them left, and they're not going to last very long.
Oh,
but they're taking
and there
some of
goes
them
another
with them.
one.
They're going down, guns blazing.
Oh, and there goes another one.
It's 1 versus 4.
1 versus 4.
I don't think
that's
they're
gonna.
very long.
I don't have high hopes there, but it is possible.
Anything is possible.
It is statistically possible.
Especially playing as well as he is.
Yes, he
but
just brought it to 1 versus 3.
But he's got an XM800T right on his back, and he gets a kill, and there it goes, people.
There it goes. The end.
And it looks like Guerrillas takes the
Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. Is the Artie too much for you? Tired of constantly getting raining shells and missiles? Wish it would just stop. I got it. The Artie umbrella, just in time. Only 1,999 credits. Pop this baby up, let it rain, because it's the only thing it's gonna stop. Keeps you dry, but your tank's still smoking. Billy Bob's. You don't want it, but we got it. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob's. You know who it is. My cousin Cletus was telling me you get tired of seeing all them old sprockets on the T-54. Want some bling on those old tracks? Billy Bob Hubs. Only 3,600 credits. You get some bling and a lift for your tank. Watch things go under while you track over. Billy Bob's. We bring styles to tanks. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. Just wanted you all to know we're filling up the tanks and getting ready to roll out with a new line to solve all your problems in mind. Man, they say my grandpappy Zhang was third world. Wait till you see these. Light tanks with heavy guns, heavy tanks with light guns. How about a solid tank with a super gun? Special one-shot kill capabilities. Super scope so you can find all your enemies and friends on the field. Armor so strong, 20 tanks can't stop it. Sounds great, right? You like it, I like it, let's make a deal. Billy Bob's, your new tank supplier. Tank's never gonna be built or supplied. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob's here. Is the fox giving you too much trouble? Is the spinning wheels got your turd all twisted? Billy Bob's, have we got the thing for you. The fox trap. You put it down, then sink your round. Never mind what that pesky ranger has to say. It's not for fur. Just trying to level the playing field. Remember, all rangers have bigger guns than you.
Okay, so the match took place in this lovely game of Ring Around the Rosies.
It did. We had the northern spawn go along the top line and down, and we had the southern team go around that way.
Yeah, so that... But what was interesting is while they traded places,
they
had a massive battle right there, what amounted to Echo 5.
They did.
Almost dead center of the map is where all the action took place.
Yep. Once they were done with the Ring Around the Rosies, this team came up and in, and this team also came in from here after reaching the opposing team's spawn point, and that's where they clashed. I think it came down to a difference in caller technique, discipline in the teams, and just a matter of their teams being more synergetic than the other.
Well, you know, we saw the one team try to flank and surround.
Right.
Which, as we talked about, can work or not work depending on how well you're coordinated. And it's all about practice and working together. And it's all about being a part of and participating together as a team and staying focused as a team on what's going on. So really critical there. While we're here and we're looking at these beautiful maps, I want to shout out to AW Tactics. You know, they put this together. There's a website. The website's right there on their stream.
And the website is there on our stream. You can go ahead and look at it. It's a great thing to use for when you need to get your team together or study maps to see better positions and elevations. Unfortunately, it's not topographical yet. Hoping they'll add that in the future.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. So AW Tactics, if you're listening, 3D maps would be awesome.
3D map, or just a topographical map with all the elevations noted.
Yeah, that would be that would be really neat too. As it is, you have to know where the high positions are. Mm-hmm. But these maps are wonderful. It's a wonderful resource. As you can see, you can draw lines and put circles and do everything on these maps. We strongly encourage you to use it for your personal use and for your battalion. And we are thankful for them. While we're saying we're thankful, we want to give a shout out to our camera operators. The lovely and wonderful Luna Knight has been covering our
blue team, I believe.
No, she's on red. She's been covering our red team. And the absolutely amazing Care Bear, the man with a heart, has been covering the blue team.
He's not a man, he's a bear. It's a bear with a heart.
It's a bear with a heart. You're right. We are so thankful to our camera operators and the hard work that they do in putting together what we see.
Indeed, and as Bullets is there in the chat talking to you wonderful people and keeping the chat alive, and Tank Blaster is currently running the booth today, a change of pace for him.
Yes, we have Tank Blaster in the booth today running that. So everything you see today is courtesy of Tank Blaster, and we are so thankful to him for that and for his efforts and in making all of this just look good. So while we're talking about our moderator, Bullets,
yes,
we can talk about free stuff.
I like me some free stuff. Do we got free hats, free glasses?
No.
Mugs?
No. Oh. Not even the ones with the fake mustache. You know, you get the glass with the nose and mustache. Oh. It's not those either. But you can get a premium Chinese tank.
Is it Billy Bob's premium Chinese tank?
No, Billy Bob's premium Chinese tank is somewhere rusting. No, this is a premium WZ 1224. The links are being posted even as we're speaking or prior to us speaking because he does get a 5-minute head start from when you hear us.
Right. He does.
So they'll be posted both in our YouTube and our Twitch stream. And that's another announcement for tonight. We are streaming to both YouTube and Twitch.
Huzzah! We're taking over the world, one site at a time.
Yes. You can reach us at twitch.com/Gorlon's Army or youtube.com/Gorlon's Army. Just in case you were wondering, we are Gorlon's Army. I'm Cerebius.
I'm Raux.
And we are here calling week 6 for you of the Hammer Legion versus Armored Warfare League's Soldier of Fortune League. And this is Guerrillas versus Hammer Legion.
I'm surprised Hammer Legion just didn't enter as Ape.
I don't know.
I'm confused about
maybe
that.
they were looking to pull some other people in, or maybe they had other people in the beginning, and that's the way it went. I don't know. But
you know, I think would be fun to see on this map.
What do you think would be? Well, we're not going to see this map.
Oh, that's right. It's changing.
That's right. You
Never
only
mind.
see 2 on this map. So the next map will be the great surprise to us, as we haven't seen it either.
I think it'd be fun. I'm just going to say, while we're on the subject of this map, I think it'd be fun to see 2 teams push into the center. Or 1 team push into the center with all of Starships and 1 XM800T. And hide the XM800T behind all of the Starships.
This sounds like one of your ideas where you and I in Cent 120s would charge the main battle tanks.
That was a good idea at the time.
Right up until we died.
Listen, our team abandoned us. You saw that as well as I did. Well, we're like, okay, there's only so many of them. We'll push, and everybody will be right behind us as they turn the turrets. We pushed, and our team ran the other way.
Yes, they did. They ran the other way, and it was rather interesting.
All right, and because things are interesting, we're not only giving a WZ away, which the link will be in the chat, we are also giving away some Mark 6 liters to you wonderful people, and I really hope we see a lot of you guys, and I hope you get more rewards. And we'll be streaming tomorrow, I believe. We're streaming tomorrow, right?
Yes, we are streaming tomorrow.
Same time.
Same bat time, same bat channel. And all of you that are old enough to know what that is, welcome. We're glad you're here.
I'm not old enough to know what that is. But anyway, we'll be streaming tomorrow, and we'll be giving away more free stuff, I believe.
Yes, we will be giving away more free stuff tomorrow. And next Saturday, we will have a guest streaming with us.
Ooh.
So we've won the we've run our raffle for the giveaway to stream with us. That got done, and now we are. We're working on contacting that person and working out the details technically so that they can participate with us next Saturday.
If you are listening to this, please be aware that if we do not receive a reply email within 72 hours, I'm going to say we cannot stream with you and we have to notify a new winner. And here we are on the Narrows map, fun map. Again, we have 3 Starships per team, 3 Lab 300s per team, and an XM800T per team, which means that both of these teams are perfectly evenly matched, and there's no reason to lose aside from lack of skill, and the other team was just better than you. And it looks like we have the replay bug again, where we cannot see the team sides.
Yeah, that's
on both cameras, Cerebius.
Is that on both cameras
That's
this
on
time?
both cameras.
Okay, well, if it's on both... No, it is not on both cameras this time.
Really?
No. So I'm going to ask you to carry for just a second.
I'm going to
while
carry.
I see if I
got
can
this.
take care of that.
Here we can see that Hammer Legion has their tanks beautifully camoed up for this map, which does give them a 0.03 boost. And here we have Guerrillas doing the same thing. So they are, in fact, on the same playing field. I don't know how you camouflage a starship. It's pretty big, pretty scary, and makes a lot of noise. And it looks like we have Guerrillas here going to push the 9 line by what it looks like, the 8-9 line. And all of their tanks are moving up there, including their tank destroyers and AFV, which means that they'll have all the vision up there, and they'll have everything needed to do it. And it looks like Hammer Legion is pushing the same way, and they're going to push right up that line. We have the 2 XM800Ts going to the middle to scout and spot each other and see all the wonderful stuff there is to see. It looks like this will be a big old brawl, and no camping required, which is very nice for us. And I can't wait to see what these teams bring. Here we go. We got this. It looks like the tank destroyers are going to position themselves in the back. Well, one is positioning himself in the back. They're spread out a little bit, maybe to get more areas of fire and to make sure nothing sneaking happens. What do you think, Cerebius?
I think it is a technical bug on the server side, and it is not on the client, because I just checked the client on that camera, and it should be showing the teams.
All right, very good. Here we go. We have the tank destroyers all set up. They have this very nice line in the middle here. If you take a look at the mini map, where you can see the 3 tanks from Guerrillas. They are Lab 300, an XM800T, and another Lab 300. They've got the middle locked down quite well, while Hammer Legion here is going to push right up and through this area. Hopefully they don't take any damage. That would be very bad for them this early in the game. And you can see them pushing straight into their opponents here. Guerrillas only has 3 starships up there, and if they get blitzkrieg, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, as the starships and other tanks will just push right around and surround them. And I've seen this often on this map, where whoever wins the 8-9 line wins the game. Here we can see the scout, Big Z, having taken some hits and pulling out before he gets knocked out. Good job of him to stay alive and keep his eyes in the game.
That's really critical, that your scouts recognize that their job isn't to shoot, but to see.
It is, because starships are blind.
And that's something I really like about Armored Warfare, is your scouts get rewarded for seeing.
Yep. Oh, and here we got some shots coming in. It looks like Gorillas is trying to finish off Big Z, but he's pulling back expertly well there, showing his incredible knowledge of the map, pushing back behind rocks, unable to get hit by the opposing XM800T. But now it looks like...
and he's got support there that just came in to help him out.
He does.
And now we're watching another tank.
Surprise, surprise to the lab. 300. He came around the corner and saw two guys, and they're like, hello. And he's like, nope, not for me today.
Time for a new position, yeah.
It doesn't look like it. He's going to keep it.
He's going to try again.
I don't think he's going to survive this.
Now it's 2-on-1. There he goes.
There he goes.
Good call on that one, Raux. He did not survive that, imagine.
And it looks like Gorillas is up 2 tanks again, playing incredibly well. Here we have No Pants again, star of the night apparently, just kiting very well. Kiting very well.
As he dodges one and shoots at the other.
And you can see him.
But it did not
to use
work.
The Starship as a shield, got one blast shot off, and there's
the Starship.
Teams are 4-4, even matches, and it looks like they're in even positions. It looks like Hammer Legion's Lab 300 up there in the middle might get taken out by the superior firepower if he does not get out of there immediately.
Yeah, it's...
We can see Six String Samurai here trying to get the shot off, but he's a one-shot kill, so he doesn't want to poke out too far or he will blow up.
Yeah, he will definitely get blown up.
And blowing up is not good.
And, he's about to have some company, though, as that Lab 300 is about to come around.
And the Starship is chasing him down. We're going to see who wins.
Who's going to do this? Can he get the shot
he missed
off?
it. It looked like Six String Samurai lost his shot, missed right at the critical moment there. And then AFV, and he gets knocked out. It's 2-4 now. Gorillas in the lead by 2 tanks. It looks like it's 2 Starships versus 3 Tank Destroyers, 3 Lab 300s, and an XM800T. Will the big derp guns win the day, or will the fast little roaches win the day?
I don't know. I'm actually... You keep talking. I'm enjoying the game.
Oh, well, fine. Be that way. Gee whiz. Make me do all the hard lifting here.
This is a really good match. Both teams are playing very well.
But I don't think Kenny's going to get out of that.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it out of it, but it was kind of fun.
He might.
If
he makes it out of this, he's a hero.
He is the man. No, he did not make it out of that.
He took one more with him, though.
He did take one more with him, yes.
Very well played by both teams, and it looks like Hammer Legion just won the first game of the night.
Yes, they did.
Woo, doggy. Billy Bob here. I'd just like to thank those guys over at Gorlon's Armory and Armored Warfare for making it so easy to hijack their signal. Sell my wares. Just like my grandpappy Zhang used to say, son, if you can't marry a wolf, buy a shishkin. And if that's too much, call Billy Bob's for all your tank needs. Billy Bob, Tank Supplies. All shipping handled through Puro Express. Wait times vary from never to not going to get it. Woo, doggy. Billy Bob here. Mark 6 for you. Got all the shot power covered, but you lacking speed? Turret turning a little slow? Man, I've got it. Billy Bob's Quick Lube. Only 48,000 credits. Get that turret twisting, those tracks are rolling. Guaranteed to pick it up by 38%. Even helps with reloads. Billy Bob's Quick Lubes. Wish this product was real. Never going to be made. Woo, doggy. Billy Bob here. You getting heated with all those little tanks come in, steal your shot? Move in so fast like gnats at a picnic? Ooh-wee, I got just the thing for you. Pests be gone. One spray of this, they'll fall over in their tracks. Pests be gone. No more snapping on your snacks. Till they pick themselves back up. Woo, doggy. Billy Bob Surplus Tanks. You tired of all those tanks from Zhang? Don't like the way they sneak in, blow you up? Billy Bob's, we have all your bolt-on armor. Prices may vary. Not available in any countries, nations, on or off this planet.
And welcome back, everyone. We want to thank Billy Bob for his advertising. We want to thank Armored Warfare Leagues
and Armored Warfare Tactics for their
Armored Warfare Tactics, as well as My.com and Obsidian for putting together this wonderful game for us to talk about. I am deeply appreciative of this. This was a fun battle to watch. Lots and lots of action, as both teams really just kind of went to the 8-9 line and engaged heavily.
They did, but we also had I believe it was Hammer Legion, who had their team down here in the Foxtrot 6 area. They took control of the center really well, and I think that might have won them the game in the long run.
It might have.
Because
It might have.
with that, they were able to push up here around and force the scout from Guerrillas away and back into their own team. While they did lose their XM800T up here, they also gained the advantage of having the rear of the enemies and forcing them to fight on two fronts at the same time, which is the key to doing a good surround strategy, and I think that's what led them to win the day.
Anytime you can get the back of your opponent's tank,
At
you
the
are doing good.
same
At the same time. So that they have to choose where they're going to fight, and they're going to show a weakness no matter which way they go.
Exactly.
Then you're going to win.
They're also going to feel a lot of pressure from that. They're going to feel morale is going to go down as you do that. They're going to be stressed, and it's just going to lead them to make more mistakes as the time goes on. Only a really disciplined team like Guerrillas can pull out of that, and they almost did. Guerrillas played very well there.
They played amazingly well. Let's give them credits for that. But Hammer Legion, they played amazingly well too.
As they took home the game, I would assume they played very well.
Well, they went down. They were down 2-0 on sets, and yet they came back, and now it's 2-1 on the sets, and that's great.
It
It's
is.
exciting to see for them, and I'm thankful to see them getting in and engaging and doing well with that. And every time that when we can see teams really get in and engage each other in a compelling way is so exciting to watch.
It is.
It is so exciting to watch. So thank you to Guerrillas and Hammer Legion for providing us with that wonderful game.
Also, in the comments, what would you do if you were in the situation? What would you do if you were in a competitive match on the Narrows? Would you push up the 9 lane, or would you try to go around the south one, maybe push the middle? We'd love to hear your comments, and I can't wait to see what they say.
5 minutes from now, after we're done with this map entirely,
About
we'll
6
hear
or
about
7.
them.
About 6 or 7 minutes from now.
Yeah, we'll hear about them, and we'll be moved on to whatever the next map is.
Right.
So this is looking good. We're going to play this one again.
Yep. And
It's going to be Encounter again.
it's going to be Encounter, and that means the cap circle is going to remain in the middle there. But what I found interesting is nobody pushed the 1-2 line. Nobody. They didn't even send a scout back to make sure that nobody was doing it.
Yeah, we've seen so many different strategies on this map.
It is. Narrows is a fun map. One of my favorites.
This one was the closest to what you would normally see in PvP.
Yes.
Where you have now you didn't see the 1-2 line the 1-2 line taken advantage of. It was all the 8-9 line, but that's primarily where you see this map played is on the 8-9 line anyways.
Whoever is victorious over the 8-9 line, usually, not always, but most of the time, will win the game.
Well, that's because the main battle tanks are there. And if you've taken all your opponent's main battle tanks out, that means you've got all the really big guns shooting at lightweight armor.
Right, which the only way that gets balanced is if the skill in the light tanks can knock out the
really
big boys.
good, yeah, and they can knock out the big boys
Recently
really fast.
saw a really good game where they actually did that.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
There was a Crab, there was an M1128 MGS, and another light tank. And they took out a T90 MS and a Challenger 2.
Wow.
And I think there was a couple more main battle tanks. It was 2-4. It was amazing.
That is absolutely amazing.
Jingles has the match on his channel.
Yeah, so there you go. The Mighty Jingles.
YouTube.
On YouTube. A great channel. He's always has compelling content.
He does.
Strongly encourage you to go there if you haven't been there before, and if you have, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Now, when I'm in this map and I spawn up here in the north, I'm just going to go off on a...
Okay.
And let's say I'm in a BMD, the Boss Man Dude level 4, one of my favorite tanks.
BMD4.
I like going around this way, popping into the river, because it's amphibious, has a 20-second round timer, and then coming up this way. And ride around.
And that's a really good strategy in PvP.
Right.
It could work in these matches. It could.
It could. You just have to coordinate it well.
You'd have to coordinate it really well, because that's going to take a lot of effort from you, because you're effectively taking your team one tank down.
Yep.
And on 7v7, one tank down is
a lot.
That's a lot of tank. That's a lot. That's rough. Even if that tank is just eyes, that's still eyes.
Yeah.
And as the BMD, you should be the eyes.
You should be the eyes. But the BMD is such a troll tank. I love it in a knife fight.
It is a troll tank.
87 degrees per second of turret traverse.
Absolutely amazing there. So,
It's retrofits. Installed by Billy Bob himself.
thank you, Billy Bob, for those wonderful retrofits, including the snorkel kit. I wonder if we'll hear that ad tonight.
Well, you tried that in the VFM5. Didn't turn out too well, did it?
Thank you. Let's just get the epic fail statement over with right now. No, it did not work too well. It went. Apparently the VFM5 cannot swim around the big boulders on Coastal Threat. It will drown. There's really deep water there, just in case you're wondering. and I've proven it now. There's a VFM5 on the bottom. It's mine, and it's theirs a depth sounding. So, be forewarned. Maybe if we stack up enough, you can start driving across them. I don't know.
That would be fun.
That would be interesting.
But anyway, we go back to the match in about 30 seconds here, I believe. And it'll be, again, on the Narrows, which I think is one of the most interesting maps.
It is. And I think we're going to see some really great gameplay, and it's going to be Encounter again. No, this isn't an Encounter. This is Standard, isn't it?
We're about to find out. It's Standard. You're right. No cap circle in the middle.
No cap circle in the middle. I'm glad we drew that.
Oh.
So.
Okay, so here's the thing. They eliminated some of their starships from this round. What
Yes,
are the
they
teams?
did.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one.
Yeah, that's kind of difficult because we can't see the teams.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, you can see here, Gorillas.
Thank you, Tank Blaster, for taking the hint. Yes, Gorillas have changed dramatically.
Dropped the starship. Not too dramatically. They dropped a starship for a T-64.
For a T-64.
And Hammer Legion has stayed the same.
They've stayed the same. Yeah.
10 seconds until the match again. I think we're going to see another 8-9 line fight.
So we've got Hammer Legion in blue spawning on the south. We have Gorillas in red spawning on the north. This looks to be another engaging fight as Hammer Legion is trying to bring it even 2-2 going through this match.
Yep. And here we go. It looks like they're going to push the 1-2 line. They're just going to push. Hammer Legion is just going to push the 1-2 line like derps. While Gorillas is going for a more standard strategy, a more gentlemanly strategy, and going around the 8-9 line.
What's interesting is Gorilla has a starship in the middle. Now that's
an
death for that BMD.
That's Hammer Legion, Cerebius. That's
right. The blue guy is Hammer Legion. Sorry,
Hammer Legion has a starship in the middle. Now it could be death, or he could just derp shot the XM800T.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's death for the XM800T if they try to engage each other.
Right.
But that XM800T should spot that starship, and if he does, is probably going to know what's going on. Because you just don't put a starship in that position.
Right, here we go. We got tank destroyers from Gorillas up here on this hill. Now, this hill is a very good position, as you can see, all the way to Foxtrot 5. And snipe.
Yeah.
That's a nasty hill.
As long as you've got eyes, you've got shots.
Which they have eyes, the XM800T. And you can see that the Gorillas has kind of picked up on the hint. It seems that XM800T spotted some of the tanks moving, and they're not moving straight down the 8-9 line. They're not pushing heavily into the opposing team's cap circle, which I find shows how well their tactician knows about the map and how to play and why spotting is so valuable.
Yeah, spotting is very valuable. Now, it could be that they just think that starship was trying to flank and is continuing to try to flank. Mm-hmm. But, as it stands right now, Gorillas is in a good position to fend off Hammer Legion should they engage. I don't know if they're fully ready, and in looking at the Hammer Legion tanks, they're not looking towards where Gorillas coming from. They definitely have their turrets pointed the other way.
Right. But here's the thing. The way that Hammer Legion is coming up, there's a lot of rough ground there. A lot of places for them to take cover, but also a lot of places for their focus to get narrowed down. You can't have your force just push across in one big conglomerate. You have to go 2 or 3 tanks at a time. You can't just push across, which could lead them to get sniped by these tank destroyers on these hills.
And I like how their XM800T, the XM800T for Hammer Legion, is out there spotting. He's in the front, he's taking some high ground positions, and he's trying to see what's going on.
Right.
Without getting spotted himself, of course. But
right.
And he's doing a fantastic job of it.
He is. And but you can also see that Gorillas has set up an incredible firing line there on the 8 line.
This could be dangerous for Gorillas.
Oh, we have
shots fired. And yeah,
and it looks like they hit too.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can now
looks
see
like a starship's on the line, and he's almost got killed himself. Rochi there, almost getting obliterated.
Yeah, Gorilla's taking some
fire.
damage early. Not sure how he did with Hammer Legion, but Gorilla taking some damage early, and it looks like
Hammer Legion has taken some fairly heavy hits too. Their starship is almost dead. 2 of their starships are just about dead. 1 of their starships is down.
And it's getting interesting.
It is getting interesting because now Hammer Legion has the cap. The opposing cap under control. But Gorillas has these tank destroyers up here that can prolong them pushing in because they're trying to push in from the Alpha line in a very narrow canyon. And that could get them obliterated right off the bat. And here we go. We have a cap getting counted down. Looks like Hammer Legion starship has made it in.
Yeah, and he's probably in that bunker, which is really, really difficult.
It's a nightmare to dig people out of.
Yes. So if I were Gorillas right now.
Gorillas looks like they're pushing in.
If I was Gorillas right now, I would send my XM800T south and cap.
Right, but it looks like they're going for the XMA energy going around, hoping to outmaneuver and destroy the Lab 300s while the Starships push into the main
That XMA
area
100T is
and
engaging right
split
now.
them.
There's got to be some shots being fired right there.
Yeah, but
we're not going to watch them, I guess. Okay.
there we go. The XMA 100T and the Lab 300 pushing up. It looks like they've got 2 tanks on about full health, rushing 2 opposing tanks that are very low on HP. This is an easy win for Hammer Legion if they execute it properly, and Guerrillas is only going to get out of this if they play expertly well. And there you can see the scores 4-5, both teams losing tanks as the battle goes on.
Yeah, and they flanked him completely now, so
Here comes the machine gun.
there
Machine
it is,
gun
and
McGee,
there he
now
goes.
he's down. It's 4-3 now with
Hammer Legion taken away.
Taking it away.
They might bring this to 2-2.
They might. It's a fight around the capsule now. 3-3 now. It's an even fight.
Yeah, as
still.
Guerrillas
It's
has brought it back to even.
main battle tanks versus the lighter vehicles. We're going to see who
Once
wins.
again, Starships and T-64 versus Lab 300 and XM 800T.
I think the terrain here favors the main battle tanks, to be honest. It's close quarters. They're not in the open.
They're not in the open, and it's all firing lanes through here. You don't get a lot of across the field type shots.
No, and it looks like this Lab 300 is getting chased down. He's going to be eliminated by that T-64, which can
If
move
the
to
T-64 can keep up with him.
True, but
Nice wheelie.
and there, it looks like he got kept up with T-64 having more raw speed than the Starship was able to catch up and eliminate that tank. It's 2-3 now, and Hammer Legion isn't looking good on health, while you can see Guerrillas there being the king of the HP, having it all and just being able to throw it away, chasing these lighter vehicles down.
And they've got those all.
There he goes. I don't see an
I love those
XM800T.
turret explosion shots. I'm sorry, that's cool.
I don't see an XM800T pulling this off. Not against a T-64 and 2 Starships. He has
If
to have
he
the
does,
rear.
if
He
he
has to have the rear.
does, if he pulls this off, the man is total hero.
He is.
He gets the Leroy Jenkins Award. That's all I can say.
Yep. And here he is going. And he's just running. It looks like he's playing for time now. He's
could
going to
be.
pull it to a draw,
He's going to try to pull it to a draw.
which is favorable to him. When you're down like this and it's not a big chance of winning, pull it to a draw, you still get points. It's better than a loss, which will put Guerrillas down and Hammer Legion. That'll be our first tie. How are we going to put that on the little lower third?
Yeah, I don't know that one. I guess we'll give each team one.
Well, okay. Or just not give him any.
Or we'll let each team keep 0. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
We'll put it.
We'll figure it out.
We can do a 0.5.
Okay, we'll do that.
We can do a 0.5 on there.
Okay, we'll put a 0.5 on there.
So, all right. Now, again, if I'm Guerrillas, I'm capping, which they just did.
Which they just did. Now, all this XM800T has to do is reset once, and he can win the game. Well, not more than once.
No. He's going to take it more than once because they only got a minute. It's standard.
Right, but this
Not
is the
encounter.
correct choice. If you're in the slow main battle tanks, take the cap circle so little Machine Gun McGee there can't chase you down and kill you. Or stay
Right.
away from you long enough to draw it to a draw.
Right, and if he's pushing for flank, it looks like he's trying to flank so he can get into
Right,
that
he's
cap
trying to
circle.
get in these hills. He's trying to stay away from the opposing starship that's hot on his tail, and he's trying to get resets off. If he pulls this to a draw, I'm still going to call him a hero. This is incredibly good play by Big Z.
Well, yes, if he pulls this to a draw, given the fact that they're capping now and there's 2 main battle tanks in the cap, that will be very impressive indeed.
And he might just, you can see how he's not getting spotted. He's going to come up from an unexpected direction and try to pop shots off. The problem is, those main battle tanks might be in the bunker.
If I was in that cap circle, I'm in the bunker. I can tell you that right now.
Simply because you
Here you go.
Yeah,
There they
he's in
are.
the bunker. Oh, the
He's in
264 isn't in the bunker. You might get shots off. You might get a reset.
Oh, did he get a reset there?
All you have to do is damage tracks or something to the equivalent of that to get a reset.
1 point of damage is all it takes.
Not
I
even a
think
point of
he did.
damage. You do module damage and it'll reset.
Okay, so even just module damage. And
One
he's got
round
it.
hits those tracks. One high explosive manages to hit this tank.
And it looks like that
And it'll
T-64 is anticipating him very well.
Oh, and you can see him push down a tree there and let the T-64 get the drop. Angela's there, incredibly good player. Knows that the tree fell down and knows that the XMA energy is likely to come from this position. And he really wants to get that last kill off. Getting a little
now he's not
antsy
sure.
there.
It
He's
didn't
not
happen,
sure.
so he's a little worried now.
He is, but there goes the XMA energy.
Still, I think he's figured out where he's coming from.
Has he? Oh, XMA under T there. Big Z going for the hill there at Echo 2. And there's the shot that knocks him out.
Holy cow, that was incredible.
By the T-64
Wow.
there. Angela's amazing shot fired.
Woo, doggy, Billy Bob Surplus Tanks. You tired of not penetrating? Tired of all your shots bouncing? Billy Bob's Can-O-Man, 32,000 credits. One can, all your shots count to nobody but you. Allow 6 to no weeks for delivery. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob Surplus Tanks. We got all the things you need so you can quit losing. You tired of being turned into a rubble of heap? Come on down to Billy Bob's. We got more armor. You like armor? We like guns. We'll sell them both. Bolt-on accessories included. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob Surplus Tanks. Want to live the American dream? Have the power of the M1A2 at your fingertips? Is Wolfie just too much to deal with? Come to Billy Bob's. We just acquired a gaggle of the all-new M1B4. These new premium American tanks are fresh from our warehouses. Drive the power, intimidate your friends. Be the man or woman as appropriate. This is all yours for one low price of 19.9 million credits. But wait, there's more. Including this deal is a complete list of all the parts you will need. Still not enough? I will include at no additional charge a complete list of the tools you will need to assemble it. Log in now. Purchase yours today. All parts, tools, and labor must be supplied by you. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. Did you hear what them fellas over at Gorlon's Army are doing? They giving away lots of stuff. Mark 6s, 3-day premium play. Man, they're making it hard to keep up. Y'all just gotta go to Rafflecopter, sign up, wait till the end of the stream. I like fishing in streams. But anyways, they'll let y'all know if you wins at the end. My darling Wolfie says I better not compete with them. So good luck.
And welcome back, everybody. As Billy Bob mentioned, we have free stuff.
A lot of free stuff. I think we're using free stuff. We're going to use it as liberated stuff now. We stole it from Billy Bob.
Oh, we have liberated stuff.
Yes, liberated stuff.
So last time we talked about the WZ-1224, we also have the Chieftain Mark 6, which the only way to get that is through a giveaway of some form. You have to get a code. Not just us. Not just us.
Hey.
Not just us. There are others. So please make sure that you get in. A couple of things to keep in mind in regards to the raffles. Only enter once. Entering multiple times will disqualify you.
You can enter all the raffles, but only enter each one once.
Yes, you may enter all the raffles, but you can only enter each raffle once. Second of all, please make sure that you put in your in-game name and your primary server as part of the raffle. It's important that you put that information in so we know who you are. And, you know, we can salute you when we run into you because we do like doing that for people that we run into. And please make sure that you put that information in. That information not being there will disqualify you.
Which means you don't get free stuff that you could have gotten.
Yeah, you could have gotten
nobody
free
else
stuff.
to blame.
Sadly, we have had to disqualify a few people in the past, so we're trying to say this now so it's really clear. Please make sure that your information is there.
Yep.
Let's talk strategy.
All right.
I think Gorillas should have tried to cap sooner.
You think Gorillas should have tried to cap sooner?
I think they should have taken their XM800T and gone down and tried to cap sooner. They had them blocked from coming back to reset. They could have taken full control much earlier and won that game far more decisively, in my opinion.
Right, and here we had Hammer Legion pushing up through this eastern side here, waiting a little bit right there before pushing in. While Gorillas pushed out at first, stayed around this area, and then put their tank destroyers back here, while all of their main battle tanks went around to engage the center. And it just turned into a big old fight down here for a while until Gorillas gained the upper hand. One of the XM800Ts from Hammer Legion making it a way through the top and trying to just run away for a draw. And then we had all the main battle tanks from Gorillas push straight into the cap and cap out right on time. It was a very intense battle, and it was well fought on both sides.
Yeah, well, it was, but they didn't cap out.
They didn't cap out. No,
You're right.
They would have capped out.
Angelus made that amazing across-the-map shot and took out
About
the
600 meters, I think.
Then took out that XM
right here.
Yeah, he was at Gorlon 2, and he shot him at about
300 meter
D1.
shots. 300
Was,
meter shot.
oh, was he at? Oh, he was at Foxtrot 1.
A hill here. This
Okay,
is a
so
hill,
right there.
And you get below the hill over here. If he was over here,
Okay,
he wouldn't have made
my
the shot.
mistake. So a 300-meter shot cleans him out and just totally takes him out. Amazing, amazing shot. Well played by Angelus and Gorillas, for that matter.
Angelus being the leader, I believe. I'm pretty sure Angelus is the leader.
Yeah, I believe he is because we've talked to him in the past for replays and so on for the matches.
Yes.
So well done to Gorillas and Hammer Legion, both playing excellently. Again, another exciting match. That is a very difficult position to go through, by the way. that alpha 6, beta 6 area right there where you're trying to cross, or 5, I'm sorry, where you're trying to cross into that narrow area, that is really difficult.
Yep, and you can see the canyon right here that we're trying to push through is right here. I'm just going to circle it.
It's really narrow.
You can only fit about 2 tanks side by side trading paint with each other through there. And they had to split their forces. They had some come around this way too, which led the tank destroyers to just obliterate them as they came through one by one up on top there.
And I think that was the only flaw in their strategy, was they ended up getting split like that, and then Guerrilla had them from the sides. And I think if that hadn't, if they could have stayed together some way and fanned out, so the terrain was their enemy in this case.
That's an oxymoron, fanning out and staying together at the same time.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. In a group, but spread out a little bit, so that more than 2 tanks can fire. They can take full advantage of all their guns.
Get hit.
Yeah,
because it's important for your tanks to tank, as it were, to take damage and deal it.
Yeah. So, well played by both of them.
Yes,
well played by both of them. It was a very good match. And I want to say thank you to AW Tactics.
You're saying thank you a lot to AW Tactics. I'm not saying it's wrong or anything.
Okay, all right. Maybe I'm sounding like a fanboy. I'll shut up now.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. Well, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff, but I mean, okay, it was described to me like this. Fanboys are the guys who can't realize the flaws in something. Not saying you're a fanboy. And they just, they go about everybody, trying to convert everybody to their fanboy religion of whatever it is.
There are definitely flaws in AW Tactics, but we won't go there.
And then there are fans who, just try to spread the good word and accept the flaws of it and go about their day.
All right, such as it is.
Yes.
So the teams are getting ready.
Yes.
And they're preparing themselves. And I believe we've now received the 1 minute mark, so we should be loading in there pretty soon. And we're going to switch to a new map.
Yes, we are.
And the new map is going to be Encounter.
Oh, Encounter, huh?
Yes, yeah, it's Encounter, Standard, I believe is the way that rolls.
They
staggered it on purpose so that you have different play styles for each one. And Raux just did origami. All right, with a post-it note.
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
How's the way to the stream there, Cerebius?
Well, it's not the way to the stream exactly as much as it is a origami thing.
It's a bird.
It's a bird. Fly away, bird. Be free.
All right, we're loading into
Port Storm.
We're loading
into Port Storm. Thank you for that save. And it looks like, okay, again, Hammer Legion, 2 starships and a T-64. And, they changed it up. Guerrillas changed it up. Only two main battle tanks?
No, they brought 3. No, did they? They brought a BMD-1. I know they brought a BMD-1. They replaced something with a BMD-1. Ah!
There we go. Now we can see this. Yeah,
only
2 sharps.
2 main battle tanks.
Only 2 main battle tanks, and we're on pipelines.
Are we going to see a tar rush?
We might see a tar rush.
Which, for those of you who don't know, is bum rushing the cap circle and capping out as fast as possible.
That was still amazing, obviously, because we're still talking about it.
Right.
In less than, 2.5 minutes, they had the game over.
Yep, from capping out.
Because they took the whole team into the cap circle and just totally dominated. Mm-hmm. So, still staying with the Lab 300s and the XM800T on both teams. That's been very strong. And we see that meta now across a lot of teams.
Yes, we do.
The only real changes we're seeing now are as people start toying with different ideas on the heavy tanks, the main battle tanks.
The main battle tanks. We're not in World of Tanks.
Thank you. I appreciate you for reminding me about that. But they are heavy.
They are.
So, it's not completely false nomenclature. It's just the game typically calls them
heavy, maybe, yeah.
Now I got you all.
Yeah, you got both of them. Good job, Cerebius.
Thank you.
Oh, and it looks like Guerrillas is going for the hill.
They are. They're going to push that hill. They got everybody on the hill.
The hill is the place to be. The hill is the place to be.
Yeah, I would not give up your day job for singing.
Hey.
Just saying. Just saying.
They're going for the hill, and it looks like...
And their scout is heading out.
Around the zero.
That dude needs to get into the jump contest.
He's just going. He's going for it. Wellinator, you've been nominated. Go to the jump contest. Win yourself some free stuff.
Look at that. Boom, man.
He's got it down. He's got it down to a science.
He's got it down to a science. That's a good little tank there. I bet we're going to see a lot of XM800Ts in the in that jump contest. They're fast. They're lightweight. They control easily.
We could do that for Saturday's stream.
That's not this Saturday.
It is this Saturday.
Is it tomorrow?
I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow.
Is it the right time? 5 Eastern. No, that's the wrong time.
Oh.
That's too early. That's 2 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific. So that's 4 hours before our stream.
All right.
Okay, so we're at
And
Camping 101.
The Boy Scout way. We have all
Yes.
these main battle tanks sitting in my favorite
And it looks
spot.
like that Lab 300 is going to start taking some shots from that BMD, or perhaps should have taken some shots from that BMD.
Right, but no, he just blitzes it. He's like, nope, here I go, guys. We're going. We're going. That BMD is done.
That BMD
He's
is
done.
going to have a hard time defending that position.
I'm going to say he's done.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
gonna
there
have
he
a
goes.
really
He's
hard
got a
time.
tank behind him. He's got another tank
Yeah,
up. Boom,
he's
he's gone.
totally
no
surrounded.
hits. He didn't even hit somebody.
Wow. Or if he did, no, he did. There's some damage there on. Hammer
Yeah,
Legion.
he hit one guy.
Yeah.
Well, at least he got a shot off. But now Hammer Legion is up a tank.
They are up a tank, but you still have guerrillas in a really good position.
The Hill of Doom.
Yeah, the Hill of Doom. Now the
Let's
downside
call
is
it Mordor.
the downside is if they can get directly underneath them, they can't shoot them.
No, but they can cover the gap circle from up there just fine. If it's directly underneath them, you can't shoot back either.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like we're having another engagement here
By
as
X-Men entities. Oh, Starship goes down. Gorillas just took out a Starship from
Wow.
Hammer Legion.
Totally
it looks like he
missed
got
that.
sniped as he tried to move out from cover because the Hill of Mordor there, obliterating everybody. Eye of Sauron sees all.
yeah, one hill to rule them all.
That's the way of this map, though. It really is.
That hill, unless you can get right underneath them, that hill is a very, very powerful position.
It is, but if you don't push at the right time and you're on the hill, if you camp it too long, you will lose the match. I've seen it happen before. And
I've
here
seen
we
it-
might have that issue happening because Gorillas is starting to get surrounded.
A little. Kind
no.
Kind of.
And they just lost a
Go!
tank. It's 4-5. Gorillas in the lead, and it looks like that two main battle tanks for Hammer Legion and 2 main battle tanks for Gorillas managing to get their starships in it so far without losing a single one. And they still have the Hill of Mordor.
Yeah, they still have the Hill of Mordor.
And it looks like
they're
they're
up
pushing
one
out, trying
tank.
to kill the Lab 300, which I think, yep, there he
Oh,
goes.
there he goes. So
And
now
then
it's
the main battle
5-3.
tank's just slugging it out in the middle. But now the main battle tank,
Oh!
one just died,
There
and the
goes
other one's
another
getting surrounded. I'm gonna say Gorillas has got this match in the bag. Although Hammer Legion fighting Valiant here, that hill is just such a powerful position.
Well, we've seen it before. The only time I've seen that hill defeated was with the Tar Rush, where they
Yes.
went in and just totally owned. Boom! There goes that T-64.
Yep. And playing for a draw for 5 minutes is gonna be rough.
Yeah.
He's got full health. He's got that going for him.
He does have that going for, but they're not a capping. See, they figured it out this time. They're not even wasting time. They've got 3 guys in the cap circle.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, sure.
I don't know. This thing has 15 degrees of gun depression in the front.
He's going against 5 other tanks.
He can shoot down on top of them.
He's going against 5 other tanks.
All he has to do is spam high explosive like a madman, and he might make it out.
He's going against 5 other tanks.
RNG can save him.
He's going against 5 other tanks. The statistical probability of him succeeding is not in his favor by a long shot.
Oh, I see it how it is. You just don't like the underdog.
That's right. Yes, I don't like the underdog.
I don't know. Well, not if he's just gonna run straight into a starship. There goes.
Yeah.
There goes Battle of himself. Ram. Oh, he gets ram.
Oh, but he's trying.
Starship's armor holds up to 20mm autocannons, people. Oh,
Whoa! That is
survives.
he survived
But
that.
lost-
Oh!
No, he didn't. He
Definitely
pretended to
another
survive.
jumping contest entry right there.
Yes.
Join the Hellhound Brigade for their jumping contest tomorrow, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. It will be fun. If you've liked the jumps here, you will love the jumps coming off a high wall. That's going to be absolutely huge.
Yes, it is.
Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. Is the Artie too much for you? Tired of constantly getting raining shells and missiles? Wish it would just stop. I got it. The Artie umbrella, just in time. Only 1,999 credits. Pop this baby up, let it rain, 'cause it's the only thing it's gonna stop. Keeps you dry, but your tank's still smoking. Billy Bob's. You don't want it, but we got it. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob's. You know who it is. My cousin Cletus was telling me you get tired of seeing all them old sprockets on the T-54. Want some bling on those old tracks? Billy Bob Hubs. Only 3,600 credits. You get some bling and a lift for your tank. Watch things go under while you track over. Billy Bob's. We bring styles to tanks. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. Just wanted y'all to know we're filling up the tanks and getting ready to roll out with a new line to solve all your problems in mind. Man, they say my Grandpappy Zheng was third world. Wait till you see these. Light tanks with heavy guns, heavy tanks with light guns. How about a solid tank with a super gun? Special one-shot kill capabilities. Super scope so you can find all your enemies and friends on the field. Armor so strong, 20 tanks can't stop it. Sounds great, right? You like it, I like it, let's make a deal. Billy Bob's, your new tank supplier. Tank's never going to be built or supplied.
And welcome back, everybody.
Hello and welcome. You can see right here, almost, right there we go. You can see right here that gorillas, almost called them badgers there, pushed right up onto the hill and just kind of sat there while their scout went around the outside to see what he could see. Hammer Legion instead pushed their main battle tanks into here and left their tanks floating out here and just kind of staying there, waiting for an engagement to happen. The hill seemed to be the doom. We had one BMD get up here, and the Lav 300s from Hammer Legion pushed in, up, around, and
Owned him.
Yeah, and owned him.
Totally
from two
owned him.
ways.
Yeah, he didn't.
But after that one kill, it was downhill for Hammer Legion as the other team had the hill and obliterated them from that high vantage point where they could snipe just about everything on the map.
Yes, they could. Yeah, that was absolutely.
Do you have nothing to say, Cerepius?
I have nothing to say. I'm gonna leave it right there. I have nothing to say. At the moment, I'm just kind of looking at that, and I'm looking at the strategy, and I'm thinking, Gorillas won,
Yes.
and they did it well.
I don't think Gorillas is going to lose.
So,
Sorry about that, folks. You just got the place where all the magic happens.
Raux, completely unaware that we're actually looking at what's going on there, jumped off onto something else in an effort to be more productive.
Yes. Unfortunately, I can't do that until the match starts.
Yeah, so it looks like we're doing good now, and
I hope so.
yeah, I hope so too.
I really hope so. All right, so.
Okay, so we've got 2 matches left,
We got 2 minutes left, too.
and we have 2 minutes.
Coincidence? I think not. Illuminati confirmed.
There we go. We're gonna play on We're gonna play on Port Storm again. I called this pipelines earlier. I apologize for the mistake.
There
This
are
is
no
Port
lines of
Storm.
pipe.
There are no.
Well,
lines.
actually, there
are.
are.
They're just kind of underground.
There's one. Well, that's a train. And there's a pipe.
Never mind. It's Port Storm.
Yes.
So, your Hammer Legion, you're gonna spawn in the north.
Right up here.
Do you take the hill?
Do you take the hill, or you go through the city, or you just do the unexpected, go the water route, which I don't think is accessible, or do you go around and try to push like that?
I don't think going around pushing does any good for you because they'll just go straight to cap. But from the north side, you are closer to the cap circle.
And closer to the hill.
So you could take the hill, or you could take the cap. And
You
there's
could.
some good hiding spots.
In the cap. There are some really good hiding spots. There's a train right here. I made that cap circle a little large, just a little smaller than what it is. There's a train right here that you can hide behind and cap at the same time, and it's a nightmare trying to dig the people out from there.
Yeah, and
Stupid
there's some
challenges.
cargo boxes in there and everything. If you can hold from the right angle using the hill to provide cover fire, you could actually hold that cap cycle really well and have a strong probability of capping out.
Right. I would put my tank destroyers on the hill, put a T-64 in the cap circle in a good defensive position, and hang out my starships right over here so they could get crossfire on anybody trying to push in.
That's a really good idea. I like that. I like that a lot.
Now, if only your random teams could communicate with you via telepathy.
Yeah, random teams via telepathy. That isn't going to happen. The best thing you can do is get into a 3-man platoon on comms and work together. Not just go play together, but actually work together. Coordinate, talk to each other, talk about what you're doing, work out a strategy on the fly. Have somebody that's actually the caller saying, okay, you go here, and
Right.
do that. When you do that, a 3-man platoon doing that can have a powerful, powerful impact on the game.
Right. In some cases, carrying it as long as their team just doesn't die right off the bat.
Yeah, as long as their team doesn't die right off the bat. But even if their team dies, 3 men on comms against 15 not, I I still favor the guys on comms.
Indeed. The comms is a very, very effective if it's used properly. Now, you have two ways to use comms, and there's two kinds of battalions in Armored Warfare. I'm going to go into this really quick.
Okay.
You have the socialists, and I'm
Whoa,
going to
whoa,
go into
whoa,
this
okay,
after
whoa,
we'll
oh,
dig
we're
into this
loading in.
after this match.
After this match, we got Guerrillas in blue, Hammer Legion in red. Hammer Legion's going to spawn in the north, Guerrillas going to spawn in the south, and they're both going to go
Hammer
at
Legion
it.
has brought 2 starships and a T-64, while it seems Guerrillas has kept their no main battle tank on a port storm philosophy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, they didn't bring 2 starships.
Yeah, they brought 2 starships. So heavy on the lighter armor there, but they've been running this format pretty much all night.
Yep.
Guerrillas has. And to great success, obviously.
Yep.
So I guess we're going to see how this plays out. Would you have brought a different tank? If you're Guerrillas, you've been having success here all night long, do you bring a different tank?
No, don't fix it. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Okay, now, your Hammer Legion. Do you change up your tanks?
I would bring more T-64s.
You know, the challenge with that is that the, by the way, that was very smart for
He blew his cover away so it wouldn't slow him down.
Yeah, he shot through the wall first. Very smart move. Again, jumping contest. It depends on your players, on how talented they are in different tanks. If this is the tank they play best, then this is the tank they play best, and there's not much you can do. But if they play multiple tanks equally well, mixing it up a little bit might produce a better meta for you.
Yeah, it might. But it also might not. Again, we saw
I know, it's a risk either way.
Wolf and Recon was trying that a lot in the beginning, but they just got obliterated.
Every time, yeah, they got cleaned out pretty good. Creative but dead.
Yep. And it looks like Hammer Legion is going for a backdoor fight. They're going to take the hill with their main battle tanks, and they're leaving all of their light armor down there in the south, hoping to blitzkrieg. I think they're going to rush that XM energy, knock them out, and just push right on through.
It's interesting how spread out Guerrillas is right now. I didn't expect that. I would have thought they stayed a little closer together. That XM800T of Guerrillas, I think, is going to die.
I don't know. He's putting the hurt on those Lav 300s that are chasing him and getting away with it.
Yeah, he is.
He's using those hills quite well to knock out the lines of fire they have against him, and it looks like he's made it away.
And now he's going to shoot at him.
I think he's just spotting and knocking out a tank.
Wow.
Lav 300 goes down. Angelus destroyed Zela Rock. We'll call him Zell.
Is that Angelus?
Angelus knocked him out in the Lav 300.
Oh, okay.
Angelus, Lav 300, knocked out the other Lav 300. So, it looks like Hammer Legion is down a Lav 300, and it looks like they're at a stalemate right now. Backdoor fight here. Nobody went for the cap circle, Cerebius. What do you think about that?
Not what I would have done, but still viable strategies by both teams. Obviously, you've got Hammer Legion took the hill.
Yes.
Which they needed to do, and they did. They couldn't just give that up to their opponent. But they only took the hill with enough force to really kind of hold it. They really didn't take it with all their force.
Right.
And, you
have Guerrillas sitting down there with that excellent fire squad just ready to obliterate everything Hammer Legion has if they dare to push out.
You know what would be? It'd be a really risky move. But what if one of those main battle tanks of Hammer Legion were to just drop off the side of that hill really quick and head over to the cap circle? I think the starships take him out. It wouldn't work out very well.
No, starships would obliterate him.
But it was an interesting thought.
Because the starships also have missiles that can fire down at those angles where their gun compression cannot get. And the starship, while it does have a pretty terrible gun in most people's standards, it does in fact get 10 degrees of gun compression.
Yes.
Which is nice.
That is nice, yes. That is very nice.
But I think what could work well is these 2 starships just pushing down and obliterating those guys down there, and then going around to completely surround Guerrillas.
Well, they're taking some shots on them, but they're not really doing much.
Well, I don't know. One of the starships is a one-shot kill for anybody, and the other one's not doing much better than that. So it's just an iffy decision here. We have this Lav 300 down here, Loki Blitzkrieg getting ready, in a good position to snipe anything that pushes across the hill too aggressively.
And their XM800T is pushing forward, so maybe we're going to see a rush.
It looks like we're going to see a rush, and here we go. XM Energy Wellinator engaging, and the enemy disengaging as he comes over the hill. And this could be deadly for him as he pops some shots, trying to kill that Lav 300, trying to knock his gun out of the game, but he gets eliminated, losing his life and taking nothing for it. That could be very bad. And they just lost another tank. The 5-5 now, as tanks just are getting obliterated left, right, and center. 4-5.
As Hammer Legion went from 1 down to 1 up now.
Yep.
So in a short order of time, they're even again. But in a short order of time, Hammer Legion totally turned that around. They went from being down to up.
Right, and they're doing an excellent job here, and it looks like it's even 4-4.
Yeah, we're even now at 4s.
And at 3-4 now, and it looks like Hammer Legion has the advantage in this match. Being able to just have more tanks on the ground. And it looks like the Starship, I think that's Bowtie Humpy,
No!
just nuking
The 2-1.
the Starship. And now it's a 2-1 fight. And I don't think a BMD-1 and X-Man 100T can, in a Lab 300, it's my mistake there, can eliminate this many tanks, especially when they've been knife fighting this whole time.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there it goes.
There it goes.
Story.
End of game. Yeah, right there.
It looks like
So,
Hammer Legion wins.
Yeah, Hammer Legion took that one. So they go up 2.
Still down 2 games, but doing incredibly well.
Very well indeed.
Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. Did you hear what them fellas over at Gorlon's Army are doing? They giving away lots of stuff. Mark 6s, 3-day premium play. Man, they making it hard to keep up. Y'all just gotta go to Rafflecopter, sign up, wait till the end of the stream. I like fishing in streams. But anyways, they'll let y'all know if you wins at the end. My darling Wolfie says I better not compete with them. So good luck. Woo, doggy, Billy Bobs. Don't like that Starship? Give us a call. We'll send you a brand new crew, complete with Vulcan gunner, set phases to sun, arm all photon torpedoes. Oh, wait, we can't send that thing into orbit, but we can sell you some labors. Billy Bobs, we get things done. Vulcan's not included. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. You like the Striker missile boat? So do I. You tired of always running out of ammo? Me too. Well, I gone and done it again. The Striker missile boat piggyback. You tow it behind you when you need more ammo, get out and reload. Then the Striker missile boat piggyback. It carries all those little extras you need and want. It carries the load till you explode. Trailer will explode when hit, so will you. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob's here. Tired of all that ice making your tank slip and slide around? You need Billy Bob's anti-slip and grip pellets. Just one bag of this, you'll get all the grip you've ever needed. Climb anything, climb anywhere. Never slide back, just tank forward. Billy Bob's, we get you there. Anti-slip and grip pellets only available on Neptune. Woo, doggy, Billy Bob here. Is the Artie too much for you? Tired of constantly getting raining shells and missiles? Wish it would just stop. I got it. The Artie umbrella, just in time. Only 1,999 credits. Pop this baby up, let it rain, because it's the only thing it's gonna stop. Keeps you dry, but your tank's still smoking. Billy Bob's. You don't want it, but we got it. Woo!
All right, Cerebius, I'm thinking about this hill here. This hill.
Okay.
I'm thinking this hill is probably the best position to take on this map. If you spawn in the north.
Other than the Tar Rush.
Yes.
Everyone who's taken that hill has
won. Except for the Tar Rush. But the Tar Rush happened from the north. They just pushed straight to the cap, though.
Yeah, they didn't go to the hill. They went straight to the
They
cap.
went to this cap. But that won them the game. I'm thinking that this hill provides a lot of options. Maybe slightly an overpowered hill in PvP, at least tournament level. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know yet. But it seems to be dominating.
It does seem to be dominating. I'm not going to argue with you on that point. And everybody who goes to that hill seems to do a really good job of it. So, you know, the question is it the hill?
Right.
You know, or do we just see two?
We don't have a massive pool to pull from, so we don't know if this is actually how it works.
Well, time will tell. You know,
Yeah.
The good news is Obsidian has really good statistics to look at.
Yeah.
Far more data than we do.
Yes, they
They'll
do.
know if that's OP or not.
They will. And I think it's interesting that we don't see as many T-64s as we used to. What do you think about that, Cerebius?
I'm wondering if that's the teams. In other terms, is it because the teams we're not seeing the T-64s, or is it because of the so these particular teams don't play T-64s, don't have
Right.
them maybe, or is it just the meta? Is everybody shifting away from the T-64s into the Starships?
I think it might be meta or teams, but I don't think it's the fact that they don't have it. I mean, these teams are people who play a lot.
So you're right. You're right about that. But I mean, 6 weeks ago when we started this, we were seeing a lot of the Type 69 Mark IIs.
And some more starships. There's a lot of starships.
And more starships, but a lot of the Chinese tanks. Those faded away. We really haven't seen them come back. The T-64s replaced them. And we've seen a lot of T-64 action now, but we're not seeing, and now we've got starships coming in. I don't know how the other teams are playing, but the T-64 versus the starship, there's definitely a give and take there. It's a challenging give and take.
It is. It's very difficult to be the caller and decide which tanks you want to use. Because as the caller, most battalions, smaller battalions at least, have it set up as the caller is pretty much Commander Supreme.
Yeah.
And he's setting everything up. In the bigger battalions, I've seen a lot of them say, oh yeah, I'm the strategist for the battalion. I'm the mathematical guy. I'm the guy that decides what we're going to bring and when training is, and so on and so on and so on.
I'm the drink coordinator.
Yes.
Got to have a drink coordinator.
Yes. Is that a hint, Cerebius?
No, that's not a hint, Raux, but I just wanted to, I just had to say that out loud.
Yes.
So, it is interesting, in the smaller battalions, you've got to wear multiple hats, you've got to do multiple things,
Yep.
and you may not be doing the thing that you really enjoy or are best at.
Right.
But you're
until you grow into a bigger battalion, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. And that's the hard part. Growing a battalion, as we know, because we have one, is difficult. It's really difficult. There's a social aspect to it. There's a competition aspect to it.
And I'm going to jump back into this, Cerebius. Back into my thing. Right before that match, I was going to say there's two types of battalions.
Right, two types.
And two types of chats you're in. Live chats, comms that you're in. You have the social battalions and the competitive battalions. What we see in the leagues, these are competitive battalions. These are highly competitive battalions.
But the battalions that are going to be successful, and I think the battalions and the teams that do well in the leagues are teams that not only have the competitive streak, but are social with each other. You've got to have the whole picture.
Right. I think this is how they work. I think they're a lot more social because they play at such a high level and because they're training with each other so often, they know how they're going to play. They know who the one's going to bum rush. Challenger, I'm looking at you. Okay. And they know who's going to bum rush and who they're going to need to save their butt from. Who's going to YOLO first. And they also know who's going to flank first, who's going to hold back and wait for the ultimate opportunity. And because they know each other so well, when they get into PvP random battles where teams aren't nearly as coordinated, they can be a lot more social about it. And a lot more casual.
They can.
I think that's how they divide it up. And then you have the social battalions, which compete sometimes, but are more just there for kicks and giggles and some people to talk to. So you're not gaming alone quietly and feeling like you're just a basement troll.
Well, and you have social battalions that compete.
You do.
And they do okay. And you have competitive battalions that are social. And interestingly enough, both groups they'll do okay in that other environment, but they do best
in their own,
in that primary environment.
Yeah.
So that works out really well. And, that's what you need. And there are there are people who play the game. They don't care about getting the next tank. They don't care about getting
They just
the
want to
next
hang
thing.
out.
They just want to hang out, meet some friends, talk, de-stress, get away from work or the wife or whatever or both, and just enjoy themselves.
And here we are on River Point, loading into our last match of the day here.
Yeah, and the teams are the same. There's no changes really in the tank composition. We have Guerrillas in blue, so they're going to spawn on the south. We have, excuse me there, I apologize.
Hammer Legion
in red. They're going to spawn on the north. This is a standard battle, so they each have a cap circle to defend. What do you think? Given their play so far, are they going 1-2? Are they going 8-9? Or are they going to run the middle right up 4-5?
I think we're going to see a 1-2 with some scouts at, what's that? We're going to see some scouts at G4 and D4, maybe E4, scouting out each other. And then we're going to see main battle tanks maybe push the city, but this is not an encounter match, so you don't need to push the city. So I think we might see a 1-2 line push, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen enough of this map in competitive play to know where it goes.
Well, I was just basing it on what these guys are doing. So already we have an LAV 300 going 8-9.
And he's going fast.
Yeah, he is. He's going to hit that.
No, he's not.
He stopped.
He's
That was
getting in
good.
his good sniping position to get the lockdown on the 7 line, which is a good position. While their XM800T goes up there and scouts, we can see him running up there, Speedy Gonzalez there, and he's going to get this major spots up. And it looks like
they're going to try to defend a 4-5 line. They're going to go for the city and try to
it looks like it's going to be a
attack in
big
there.
city fight.
Yep.
While the tank destroyers, we can see that Hammer Legion's tank destroyers are all staying back on the hill. Risky move there. Very effective late game.
Both teams' tank destroyers are primarily staying back. You got the one Lav 300 that pushed forward
and he's falling back
for Guerrilla, and he's falling back, and then and Hammer Legion kept theirs back there. So this looks like they're going to be main battle tanks trying to hide from the opposing team's tank destroyers.
Right,
and they can be effective on this map.
They can, but because this is a straightforward fight, we're not. I think it's going to be over quickly. There's no flanking at all going on here. XM800Ts are where the XM800Ts are. The Starships are where the Starships at. And the Lav 300s are where the Lav 300s at. We got one BMD1 just doing whatever he's doing over there. Probably giving support to the XM800T as he runs away and giving him cover fire just in case the other XM800T chases him out.
Yeah, so now we see that Hammer Legion is just kind of grouped up there on the north side of the city. We see that Guerrillas is still a little spread out on the south side of the city, but nobody's going into the city and engaging.
No, it's a Steroids contest right now. We have one XM800T going around the long side and flanking. That might be the game changer right there.
That XM800T, he can get, if he can get in position without being seen, he can get some amazing side shots on everybody.
He can. The problem
and
is
they won't see him.
The other XM800T might just spot him. And it looks like he's trying to get shots off on that XM800T. None have been fired yet, though.
Or at least no major damage has been done that we know of.
Right, but I'm not seeing any. He's just staying there, waiting and spotting. And it looks like all of Guerrilla's team are coming around the 1-2 line and pushing for a sidewall. The main battle tanks keep up the facade there in the main town.
Oh, that was a brilliant strategy.
It was.
They sent the XM800T ahead to scout, made sure it was all safe, and then moved up.
And then pushed all of their low
armor up. And now the BMD-1 looks like he's trying to do some engaging there from the side as he tries to engage that XM800T without being seen.
Yeah, maybe give a false alarm to say, hey, we're right over here, we're still in front. Well, the Lav 300s just move around. The problem is the Lav 300s are going to get spotted by the Alpha Line snipers there, and they might get obliterated, but they might also take out all the Starships. It looks like one Starship getting very low on health there.
Yeah, that BMD taking shots on that XM800 as Big Z takes a few shots. Doesn't take any damage, but he does take a few shots.
Yeah, and but we can see the tank destroyers up there looking at the health bars on the team really quickly. They're jumping contest. You can see that the Starships from Hammer Legion took a lot of hits from the Lav 300s. So we can see the XM800T from Guerrillas also pushing up and around.
Yeah, everyone, after this slow game gets moving, nice wheelie, stay tuned. We will have our raffles, and we'll announce the winners on air immediately following this match. So we will have a few Billy Bob ads while we run the raffle, and then shortly after, right after that, we will go to the winners for the raffles. So please stay tuned to see if you win.
And it looks like Hammer Legion is now down a Starship and down a tank, which could be lethal for them later on. Their Starship's taking massive damage there from the Lav 300s, and that means that they aren't able to tank as much. And if they can't tank as much, that means more damage gets fed into the other tanks on their team. And it looks like Guerrillas, they're going for a spread out strategy, divide and conquer, and I think they're executing it very well.
Guerrillas going in and engaging now on those. They're doing really good with this.
They are, and that Starship tries to push into the city, but gets hit by Hammer Legion's main battle tanks. And he's getting surrounded right now. I don't think he's going to last much longer. And I honestly think the match has been decided by Guerrillas going out there and pushing.
I don't know. The Hammer Legion's staying in it. They didn't go down 2. They kept it within 1. And that's really critical. So, you know, they're still playing well. They're still engaging. You've got that Starship versus that T-64. That could be
my money's on the T-64. The T-64 has more health than an ally that was around the corner just to back him up. But it's still 5-4. Hammer Legion can still pull us back. It's going to be rough as they're Lav 300. They're out of position on Echo 7. You can see this XM800T just destroying him. They are now down 2 tanks, which is usually the sign that you were going to lose the game.
Yeah, well, we've seen that repetitively. Once you go down 2 tanks, coming back is very, very difficult. It can be done. I have hope for Hammer Legion, but it is going to be. All their work is now uphill. They just don't have anything going in their favor.
They do have the T-64. They do have the armor, but that's about it.
They do have the armor. And that T-64 is at full health.
And it looks like they've knocked it down one more tank. And
oh, yeah, this is not going very well.
Last tank. It looks like this T-64 is the last one alive. And that'll be it for Hammer Legion here on
And he's on fire, and there he goes.
There it is. Hammer Legion 2, Guerrillas 5. Stay tuned. We will be pulling the raffles soon. Thanks for watching, guys. And again, stay here if you want to win free stuff.
Yes, stuff. We'll be right back.
Woo, doggy. Billy Bob here. Wolfpack got you all bothered? Like that new camo look, but can't afford it? Call me. I just got in my all-new line of Never Seen It camo. Only 8,500 credits. You put this on, y'all never see the credits you spend again. Billy Bob's, we got you covered. And in some cases, uncamouflaged. Woo, doggy! Billy Bob Surplus Tanks. Does your Fox have traction issues? Does it spin as fast as the wheels? Come to Billy Bob's. We have in stock right now the all-new Fox Slips. These bad boys are as smooth as a baby's butts, guaranteed to apply the maximum amount of rubber to the road, mud, snow, grass, whatever. You will spin to win. Your battalion will call you slick. Log on now and get yours today. Delivery only guaranteed on Pluto, and all others must wait. Woo, doggy! Billy Bob Surplus Tanks. You tired of not penetrating? Tired of all your shots bouncing? Billy Bob's Cano Man, 32,000 credits. One can, all your shots count to nobody but you. Allow 6 to no weeks for delivery. Woo, doggy! Billy Bob Surplus Tanks. We got all the things you need so you can quit losing. You tired of being turned into a rubble of heap? Come on down to Billy Bob's. We got more armor. You like armor? We like guns. We'll sell them both. Bolt-on accessories included. Woo, doggy! Billy Bob Surplus Tanks. Want to live the American dream? Have the power of the M1A2 at your fingertips? Is Wolfie just too much to deal with? Come to Billy Bob's. We just acquired a gaggle of the all-new M1B4. These new premium American tanks are fresh from our warehouses. Drive the power. Intimidate your friends. Be the man or woman as appropriate. This is all yours for one low price of 19.9 million credits. But wait, there's more. Included in this deal is a complete list of all the parts you will need. Still not enough? I will include at no additional charge a complete list of the tools you will need to assemble it. Log in now. Purchase yours today. All parts, tools, and labor must be supplied by you. Woo, doggy! Billy Bob here. The Lav 300 got too much hop. You running down tanks, bouncing all around. Every time you hit something, it goes the other way. Ooh-wee, it's like having a jackrabbit at the back end. I'll tell you what. If this is happening to you, try out Billy Bob's. Try another tank. It gets rid of all those pesky problems. Billy Bob, you got problems? We solve them. Woo, doggy! Billy Bob here. I'd just like to thank those guys over at Gorlon's Armory and Armored Warfare for making it so easy to hijack their signal. Sell my wares. Just like my grandpappy Zhang used to say, son, if you can't marry a wolf, buy a shishkin. And if that's too much, call Billy Bob's for all your tank needs. Billy Bob, Tank Supplies. All shipping handled through Pluto Express. Wait times vary from never to not going to get it.
Okay, and we have winners.
Welcome, Cerebius. You have all the winners' names. I have none, so you get to announce them.
Okay, so winning a Chieftain Mark 6 is Z Marshall. Z Marshall, we will be contacting you via email with your code shortly. Look for that from Raux. He loves to send emails. And he's giving me faces now.
I am, because that's Bullet's job today.
That's right. That is Bullet's job today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So look for that from Bullets. He'll be sending one. And Challenger SRT8, congratulations to you. You are not only the winner of a Chieftain Mark 6, but also the WZ1224. Thank you, guys.
It's been awesome, and this is Raux.
And this is Cerebius. Have a great night.
Signing out. Good night.